Hello everyone, have a nice wonderful walk out here. Minnesota. Yeah, so I'm conversations with God. It's weird how they phrase. I'm still working on understanding, even though they said you'll never figure it out. Like they say, they don't have a mind, but we have a mind. Maybe we have a greater mind. I don't know how that works. But I keep thinking life should work a certain way. For instance, I think that courts should uphold the law, for instance. And I think that people shouldn't be able to just tell lies to have you punished. And I think dentists shouldn't be filing down your teeth. They shouldn't be doing harm to you. I don't think parents should be harming their children. Parents should help. Families should care. There should be some help in this world. But the way God phrases it, they say that's just life. And they say if you want to solve something, you just have to keep trying harder and harder. And like, see, and that's where the problem occurred in my life. Maybe I should go for a walk or something. Is that I keep thinking people should help. So I'm wrong about a lot of things, but in a certain way. Have a great day. Yeah, so maybe goes a guy I met at church. So I keep thinking things should work a certain way, but they don't work that way at all. So I don't know if you want to call it making assumptions, or it's like things are working a certain way, or I'm perceiving things to work a certain way. Let's say like doctors helping people, but sometimes doctors harm people. So that happens. And I think family members harm people, and it creates it's really awkward. I saw this on Dr. Phil once, where if someone in your family harms you, it's like there goes your support system. There goes the people that should be listening to you, believing you. Now there's animosity there. Like my siblings, they don't like me at all. My sister, we're not going to get into that, but they don't like me. They don't want to talk to me. My mother won't talk to me. My dad says he wants to help, but it's hard to get him to do anything. And I said, why don't you just write it down? Because every conversation is the same exact one. I say pretty much the same thing. Here's what I want. Here's what I need help with. Then the next day, he's like, what do you want? What do you need help with? And I say the same thing. He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants... So it's like the carrot on the stick. He says he cares, but he doesn't want to do anything. And I say, I just want my life back, or what I call a semblance of a life, where I always refer to like health, hope, and things to do. Yeah. Obviously, I can't go back 18 years. I'd love to do that, but can't do that. Have a great day, sir. So this is kind of what I do for therapy, is just go out. And then people don't see it when I'm by myself. That's when that's when the real suffering occurs, is when no one can see it. So I think people say, oh, I just saw him the other day. He looked fine. He was out. It's like, yeah, but you're not seeing. It's like the stage and behind the scenes. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, you too. God bless. Thank you. Yeah, so that's one thing God told me, is that don't be angry at these people. One of the lessons they taught me was they said I was too nice to bugs, just little critters, and not nice enough to people. So they said be nicer to people, because they're kind of like adjusting me here. I don't know what they're... I say they, but I don't... It's not... God's not a thing. They always correct me, because they say God's not a thing. It's hard to... They don't have a body. They're not an entity. They're not... This is one thing that they're saying, do you want to get into this now? Or do you want to keep talking about my life? We'll just talk about my life a little bit longer. They say what do you want people to do? And see, that's the hard question. It's like I say, it's not, for me, it's not a thing. It's just like people saying, you know, we care, we want to help, and then doing things and saying, does this help? Does this help? Because I don't have the exact answers. God usually just says, here's possibilities. They usually just talk in possibilities to me. They don't say, this is the solution. In fact, they say the opposite. They said there is no solutions. There's only things you want, things you don't want. And they said, maybe this would be better, maybe it'd be worse. I don't think God is, if they are all-knowing, they're not going to just tell people everything. They'll give you, I always think they always give enough. You know, it's kind of like that to give you some motivation, give you some help. They always give you, like they changed me as a person. So now I have, man, they had me do stuff. They are saying, in my mind, they go, wrong answer, you know, because I said, one of the things, they don't want me to talk about something I did, but let's just say they had me do things. They said I can say this. This is what one thing they say. It's like, I didn't feel comfortable touching other people's stuff. So they said, you can touch. So I touched a car. It's not my car, but I just touched it. I didn't damage it, didn't harm it. See, I was like paranoid about other people's property. So they said, that's fine. I can, shouldn't go around touching people's car, but it's like, it's just, you just touched it. You didn't damage it, you didn't harm it. See, they said I gotta feel more comfortable in life. Let's say, hope you're having a great day, miss. Yeah, so, yeah, at one point they kind of taught me about what I can say to certain people. Like a runner, someone running by, I could say, have a great run. So that this person, you can say different things to people, or leave them alone. Like some people, you don't need to say anything. It's not like you need to talk to everyone. I just like to. Yeah, I like to entertain people. I don't care if they're kids. Usually kids are easier to entertain, though, I found. Children are a little easier to entertain. But then, yeah, hockey games, I like to juggle wherever I can. So I don't know. See, God doesn't phrase things the same way I do. Or people do, but they understand. If people say God, is there a God, or is it more like a spirit? See, there's no explanation for that. So, I saw a video about, you know, they don't want me to get into life after death and stuff like that. But they say it's, this is more for people that like, this was like me. I'll just talk about me. They say, it's not interesting. Okay. Yeah, every religion has different, I mentioned this earlier, like, you know, some have spirit guides, some have angels, some have, you know, different gods but it's a supernatural belief system. It's not just like they just believe it. It's supernaturally backed with visions and so it's very convincing. I was mentioning this. I thought at one point God convinced me I was going to purgatory, so I didn't even know if. Yeah, that's see, that's a belief in some religion. I think Catholics believe that. Some people they're holding on to things that aren't good for them, and that basically God says, yeah, you hold on. Everyone must do this at some level. Hold on to things that aren't good for them. Sorry. Here's the police. Let's see which way they're going here. Just wave at them. I'm just out recording. They're probably like, oh, he's doing bad stuff. Let's see here. There's the police there. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just out recording myself here. So. So I don't have a problem with the police until they come after me. Until the gun is pointed at me. That's yeah, who knows? It's not. I have conversations about that, and they said you're not breaking the law. So no law was broken there, and they said laws and morality. They should. I think they should be more like, people like, was this right or wrong? That's why I don't like. That's why laws don't seem to be fair, because some people can go to jail for something like saying hi to a woman I haven't seen in 12 years. That's my story. I've never heard anyone say, yeah. In fact, they say it's the other way around. I must be making that up, because that never ever happens. I go, that is normal in my life. I feel like I'm getting hammered on every single, like nothing in my life is normal. I'm not normal in any way, shape, or form. But God wants me to have a normal life. But they're like, holy moly. Yeah, they don't want me to be known as the God talker and all this other stuff. And they wouldn't give me information anyway. That's their choice if they want to help. That's what I believe. If people can, let's say, move objects with their mind, they're not doing that. God's doing it. They're not starting, some guy could start a fire or something. He's not doing that. Yeah. But it's like there's a belief system and things. So like I had one where I was convinced I was in, there's a lot of different ones I was convinced of, but yeah, like objects were, stuff's always moving around. Like this morning I was woken up by someone touching me, because one time they kicked my bed and I was like, what was that all about? They're like, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be living here, because I'm in a group home. It's not very good. It's not good for me. That was before they were talking to me. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of saying the same stuff. Yeah, they changed my dreams. But they also say your dreams suck. They say your belief system, in tongue-in-cheek, kind of, it sucks because they don't want. I can say, yeah. Whoa, okay, someone's trying to get out. Get out of there. They're trying to get out. Can they get out? Go, go, go. That's an interesting car there. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like you can poke holes in people's belief systems, or say here's a contradiction, but what are you replacing it with? And they can justify they can justify their belief system. So that's what I did. I don't know, I had I believed in Jesus and spirit guides and like all different stuff, which is hope you're having a great day.
How are you?
See you, man. Yeah, it's just a guy I met at a bus stop there. That's another thing, when you get out, you meet people, and you can't judge a book by the cover either. It's like I never really know people until I start talking to them, start to get to know. Some people like to chit chat a little bit. Some people not so much. So, but most people are receptive if you tell them have a good day, have a great day, God bless. Most people are receptive. I can even tell people I love them. Before I could never do that. So God, if I say they change me, they'll disagree with it. It doesn't matter what I say, though. It's in my view. That's how I see it. My opinion, my view. I was talking about religion. How? Yeah, we can. They don't want me. Yeah. Okay. So there was a religion. It's not a religion. I don't know what it is. It's like this. It has to do with beliefs about the afterlife and our purpose here. So I guess it is kind of a religion. They interpret things a certain way. So everyone has their lens. We'll call it the lens of interpretation. Their worldview. And so it's not just about getting to the truth. So that's why we're kind of in a, see, they're trying to correct me in my mind. Don't say conundrum, don't say paradox, don't say irony. Usually when I would say paradox all the time, and they said, no, it's irony. But it's like, number one, could I convince these people to change their beliefs? And number two, what would be the point of it? Because if their belief system is giving them purpose in life, why change it? But see, my belief system wasn't, and they said they have to give people what they want. Like, they're not going to just override, try to convert people to some, it wouldn't work anyway. Can't, just kind of like if, let's say, a Muslim converts to Christianity or something like that. It's like, well, God's not like, let's force them to convert. They'd have to want to. And then God can give them supernatural. But I don't know how it works either. Like, how much does prayer work? I don't know the degree, but I feel like it does something. I feel like it's helping me. Like, I don't know what degree it is, or if it's that's the thing. I don't know what levels it works at. But I think people should do it. If you think that it's good, do it. It's because how is it going to harm people if you say a prayer? But when they tell me to not say any prayers, they say just ask us, because they'll direct me. It's a little different because they don't want me. It's kind of like if I can't fix my own problems. But I guess my basic message, I'll just get back and finish the video. Basic message is that I think things should work a certain way. Like, I think my family should help me. I think my friends should help me. I think doctors should be helping me. I think lawyers should be helping me. I think people should be helping me, but they're not. God says they don't care. They don't care if I, live or die. They don't care if I suffer in a room. But I don't want to suffer in a room. But God says, well, then try harder. Try harder. And I go, I don't know how to try harder. I don't know how. They just say they could help me, but maybe God doesn't know either. I don't know. Maybe because they said this is just life. Some people care, some people don't care. Your parents, it would benefit them. Typically, there is a benefit to help, because they would be happier if I had a life and a functional life, and they had grandchildren or something, but they don't seem to care. So that's it. And they say, what if it was up to me, things would just work out. I don't know what else to say about it, but I'll end it here with a God bless you. God bless and have a great day.